On top of that, they're launching their own club night in London at the IC called Home Taping, where they'll play tapes compiled by celebrities such as Vic Reeves and even the Prime Minister Tony Blair, of all people. We caught up with the Pimps to get the full story.
It's generally about getting people to give a list of all their favourite tunes. Hopefully not musicians, just sort of people like politicians or actors or whatever, famous people, to give us a list of their favourite tunes, and we'll play them and do interesting things around that. That's the basis of it, but it's a bit more cutting than that.
It's kind of to avoid employing yet another DJ to have his ego massaged on yet another club night. So we just thought we'd do it a slightly different way.
And the first of those home taping nights is on August the 12th.
Dev and Joe are sort of recent members.
We're on like a youth training scheme.
Yeah, we've got them in YMCA.
You guys are on an internship.
Yeah,
expecting exactly. a 6-month contract following.
We're just apprentice pimps. They're showing us the rope.
Exactly, you haven't got your full-scale platform shoes with the goldfish in them yet.
No, exactly, you've got tiny little shoes.
The all-new and improved Sneaker Pimps, well, half at least. For those people out there that don't know your history, you make a demo, you sign a record deal, you make a record, you sell loads of them, you tour, go to America, lose your mind, come back, make another record. Have I missed anything out?
That's fantastic.
About it. Good, let's move on.
It takes too much to please me.
It was a crucial time for you guys when you came back from the States and things were obviously a little bit intense in terms of what you'd achieved in that time. Why did you decide to go back and make a record immediately and not take a bit of a holiday?
It's the only therapy we know, I think. It's the only sanity we know is doing something musical.
Yeah.
And the strange thing about going on tour is it's pretty unmusical, the whole thing. It's just repetitively going to a show, setting up, playing the show, getting out. You don't think about music anymore. It's kind of like you're on a production line or something. So
on the circus.
Yeah. So it was very much a therapy thing. How are we going to make ourselves feel good again? And it was to go and write some more songs.
Spend a year in the studio.
With no air conditioning.
Back to basics, basically.
Yeah.
You got some serious whiplash from the States, didn't you, in terms of the success and everything that you had leading up to that? It was like...
Yeah.
But surely that kind of success is something that you secretly crave for, or everyone secretly craves for when they start a band. I mean, were you surprised that you didn't really take to it as well as you thought you would?
Yeah, I mean, it was supposed to make us happy. Everyone thinks that sort of thing's supposed to make you happy, but it didn't. And
Funny that.
Unhappy. But I think it was just, we got the balance wrong and we spent too long there, and it was just a little too intense. A lot of things were out of our control.
Why did you overcommit to so much stuff?
Because I think we were a bit naive.
Yeah, we'd never done it before. And it was still quite enjoyable, and if someone said, okay, you're going to go and do another 2 months in America, you're up for it, you kind of go, yeah, fine, it's going to be sunny.
It's only 2 weeks into it, you're going, what did I do?
Yeah, you're just thinking, I want to go home, this is just doing my head in.
Give me love,
This therapy session was turned into Splinter.
Yeah.
A labour of love, or did you love the labour? Was it a difficult recording process? It must have been difficult at the start.
It wasn't, actually. I think it was a relief to have everything in our control and not have to worry about a singer we didn't want to work with. I mean, a lot of the reason why we did break up was because of the fact she wanted to write as well, and she was demanding to write sort of 50% of the next album, and it just wasn't on, and we...
One of the reasons that I read that you were kind of concerned about working with Kelly at the end was because she'd be getting a lot of attention, and it was all placed on her, and it was becoming very much focused on her. And there's a copy of the album here. I was looking at this, and Splinter, and there seems to be quite a bit of attention on you at the same time. And I was sort of wondering whether, this is kind of a concern again, or whether,
It's not a concern, because everyone knows me.
That was kind of a deliberate thing to do this time. That was part of the whole point in a lot of the artwork, was kind of, last time we ended up with what was fundamentally a fake lead singer. And this time we're quite proud to say that we've got a real one. So that's why we're quite happy to have.
Yeah.
Hey?
Thanks, Dave. I love you too.
Good kid.
Good, carry on.
I'm everyone. I feel used. I'm everyone. I need you.
How do you feel about Becoming X now, listening back to it?
It's fine, you know. It's. I think there's a period last year when I find it difficult to listen to, but it's okay. You know, it's a good record. I don't denounce anything. It's just that time, and it's part of our history. We've just moved on, and it's the natural progression.
Listening to the album, and it's very good, by the way.
Thank you.
I said that to everyone, but it is actually very good.
You heard it?
Yeah, no, I haven't actually heard it, but it's very good. No, I was listening to it last night and this morning. It's brilliant. It sounds to me like obviously there's a move away from the samples. It's a lot more organic sounding. It's a lot more intimate. It's a lot more emotional depth, lyrical depth, things like that. Very naturally, did that happen naturally, or did you sit down?
Yeah, I think it describes the mood that we were about at that time when we came back up to. Just a general sort of huge come down.
It's kind of
hangover.
where the whole Kelly thing came from, was wanting to make this album. We knew what kind of album we wanted to make, and we knew it wasn't going to work with the way things were set up as they were. So that's kind of where the whole change came from, because this album was the most important thing we could do. And that's always been the thing that's kept us vaguely sane, and all the other little influences from other people and from the industry and stuff has been the stuff that's tried to knock us off our path. But we've made the album and we're very happy
It's
about
been a bit of a fight.
You talk about it not being, so dark live and so dark just generally, and I mean I can see where you're coming from, but listening to the album and someone was talking about their deep love for Scott Walker, which is a good news. And also I think Curl sounds very much like some very early New Order actually.
Yeah. Someone else about.
And there's been talk of My Bloody Valentine and stuff like that. So I sort of have visions of you guys with the candles and the lines through the case where it's like the stat. Set the tape. You know what I mean?
For real.
Exactly. Was it kind of a good vibe in the studio? Were you guys feeling?
I mean, it started off pretty heavy and intense because we were sort of hungover from live and general things, and brains weren't functioning too well, which is probably a good thing sometimes. Making a record.
Sleep deprivation is also a good thing.
That's sort of
making a record.
We start having fun with the idea of dark, and I think people have to realise that there's a lot of fun in what we do as well. So.
Yeah. Cliche number one in the Sneaker Pimps interview. Yeah, it's a lot of fun in what we do. Take me
number one.
Dress up in little red jackets and jump around. It's fun.
Got that cheap trick thing going on there. Extreme now.
Expensive operation. Kelly Dayton, the silky vocals behind Six Underground and Spin Spin Sugar, has been replaced by the angst-ridden vocals of guitarist Chris Corner, and we caught up with them to find out why.
We recorded Becoming X in a bedroom up north. Kelly came on board because we'd already recorded the record with Chris singing it, but we thought for this point in time we wanted a female singer, so we did that record. It took about 3 or 4 weeks to do the vocals, but then suddenly we realised that it's the next 3 years we had to look at, because we were touring and promoting and all that stuff. When it came to writing the second record, Splinters, the current record,
we weren't particularly getting on with Kelly as such. She wanted to write basically, and we didn't want to write with her, and we just felt it would be best if she would go her own way and do her own thing. So that happened, and we don't talk to each other, and it's not amicable, but it feels really natural. That's the thing. It was the only thing that we could do. I don't think we'd be making music as Sneaker Pimps if we hadn't made that change.
It feels like a brand new thing now, because first time round we were having to be backing musicians to a central singer. Now it feels like we've finally been released into a position where we can kind of just go straight ahead, and this is what the songs are now.
Give me love fire.
One of the angles in the song is about spending a lot of time in America and seeing a kind of sensational culture of you have to have a good time all the time, give me a high five kind of thing. And it was us going there, succeeding there, and then suddenly realising that we didn't feel any better for it.
It's quite a violent sport. There is something very choreographed about it, and I think that's like life.
It does represent the album as a whole. It is introspective, but that's what the album's about, and it is about us making more of a statement about who we are this time.
But it's not that gloomy.
It's not that gloomy. I mean, it's just dressed up in a bit of green. People think it's a record to kill yourself to, and it's not at all. I think it's a pop album.
Funky pop nuggets.
We sort of found our feet, and we're back with a vengeance.